So guys, this is what ladies do when they are to send a video to their mothers-in-law.
Yeah, dear mother-in-law, I do not just eat and sleep and grow big. I also dig. I also dig on such days like Mother's Day. These are gifts we give you via internet. As you can see, I do not have any nail polish. I do not have makeup. My nails are just like this, like for farmers. You see, this is the hand that holds the hoe, so it is not usually dirty. This one, the one that does the manual work. No makeup, no nothing. I don't know what. It says you.
When you find this girl in the normal days, she's on a remote with Netflix.
That's a lie. My friend, with this kind of hard work, you can't be a remote person. This is hard work. That's from open. And some of you will be there commenting, she did that caprese for 2 hours. My friend, come and do it if you can. Hi viewers, catching up with the Collince. This is a special day for us, and it is a day that we would like to appreciate all the mothers, but most importantly our mothers, my mother and my husband's mother. We welcome you to continue keeping up with us, and
We welcome you.
we welcome you. Oh yes, we welcome you to continue keeping up with us and liking us and subscribing to us.
Somewhat.
Subscribing to our channel. I'm trying to speak like the McClure twins there. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Happy Mother's Day from the digging woman. Yes.
So I want to take this special moment to appreciate you, my mother-in-law, for having accepted me and loving me and supporting our young family. May God richly bless you with many years, with providence and good health, so that many may enjoy the wonderful person that you are.
Amen.
Yes. Yeah, and I will not forget to say that my mother-in-law, she bullies me with speaking her language when we have a phone call. At least if the phone call is to be 30 minutes, the first 15 are in her language.
Oh God, 15. Yeah, so would you mind trying giving her a message in Runyankole?
Ni nkukunda mnonga.
Wow, okay. That was a good trial. A good one.
It was good. It's not a trial.
It was a good one.
So, could you give us an experience of the first time you met your mother-in-law?
Well, I met my mother-in-law. My very, very first time to meet my mother-in-law was on our I don't know, a dedication day. I think it was a dedication day of Form 4. Now, well, there we had not even had an interaction, a deeper interaction of becoming the two that we are now, but somehow there were hints I could see already lights that I could see. So the time I met my mother-in-law, I felt like this is a very strict mom. How will I cope up with staying with a strict person like this? Obviously, she was more or less like my mother, because my mother is also a strict person. So I felt like I am getting another mother that is going to be as strict as my mother. The second time I came to now actually meet her as my mother-in-law to be, it was crazy, because I couldn't stop shaking. My father-in-law kept on asking my husband whether I want to use the loo. I was shaking, literally shaking, because it's I don't know what happens when we meet our mother and father-in-law from this other side, because I didn't expect to be that quaking, but I quaked. I shivered. I felt like this is tense for me. But with time, she gave me a very warm welcome. She was smiling, and then I was like, okay, this can be interesting. It's actually not as strict as I thought it would be. So yeah, it was soothing to have that smile on her face always.
So far so good. Is your experience confirming your expectations, or the experience is different?
It's different because she's friendly, she's lovable, she's adorable. Wee. Sorry about that.
Now we have the clumsy one on the camera.
I know, I told you, these things are not my things, but yeah, welcome.
So if you see me upside down, you can just tell who is behind the camera. I've not done this before, but I think it's important that I do it now.
Sure.
I want to take this moment to appreciate my mother, my very beautiful mother. If you've not seen her, I should inform you she's very beautiful.
True.
Inside and outside. I even don't know where to start. But
start from anywhere, please. Anywhere.
I should start from my childhood. I grew up knowing that the only thing which failed my mother to become part of the army is height. If there's a woman who was tough, that was my mother. Eh?
I see.
I hear children saying these days they receive canes. What you're receiving is a summary. If your mother was to speak about you, as in about your childhood, what do you think she would say? I think you must have been a very stubborn child.
Me?
Mm.
Imagine I was the most calm baby. The most calm baby. I think the only instance that shows stubbornness was when they tried giving me strong tea. Yeah, we call it strongy, eh? That one. There was no milk, I think. I don't know, for some reason our cow had not given us enough milk for that day. Or the milk got spoiled. I don't know what happened, but my mother was sick, so she couldn't breastfeed me, and there was no milk to give me. So my father comes to give me strong tea. I took a gallop. You know, like you just take a sip, and then I think it was not so pleasant to my taste. I splashed it over to my father's face, and they keep telling me I did that up to now. I am sorry I did that time, but I think, yeah, I don't deserve strong tea. Milk is, you know, it's water. So really, for that time, I think I became a headache because I cried like literally the whole night.
Growing up, were you those children who would leave the house in the morning at 7?
No way.
And they will be seen again at...
With the kind of mother that I have, there is no way you can do that. Maybe for the boys, you know, my brothers, literally.
But mom looks so calm.
Hey, surely. Every mother is that way in public figure. To you, she's a mother.
I don't think you... Did you ever receive a cane?
If there is a day I missed a cane, she was touched by the Holy Spirit.
So was it that she loved caning, or you gave her every reason to cane?
My bumps were literally something that was so interesting to be passed by sticks. Because honestly, I was being punished for mistakes that are not mine, and because I am an old one. I'm old and responsible for the young boys' mistakes. So I'd get their beatings on their behalf. But well, it groomed us. It groomed us to who we are, so I do not regret the moment.
Looking back, is there a day you were caned until you wanted to run away from home?
Obviously. There's a time my mother actually locked me up and held me and told me, I'm going to kill you. I am the one who gave birth to you. I don't know whether you people have gotten such threats from your mothers, but looking at it now, who kills their own children? I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to wait for other people to kill you. I'm going to kill you myself because I birthed you. Who can kill their children? But you know, they were trying to pass on the discipline in the best way they knew that time. And when you hear that, you'll be like, yeah, surely I'm going to die. Sometimes I actually reached a point and I'm like, these are threats nowadays. You know, being one who was being beaten almost every day. So.
Okay, but let's be sincere, even if you're on camera. Is there a day that even you disturbed your mother? You did, whether it was during your school time or when you were just at home?
Well, I think there are some irritating moments. Our mothers are human, and they do not like repeating themselves. I don't know whether my mother-in-law is the same, because my mother, when she tells you go and wash utensils or go and mop the house, it's go and mop instantly. Whether you are reading a novel, doing something, you have to pause. Everything has to come to a standstill. You do what she has told you, and then you can embark on your business. But I got to a point and it's like, that sometimes we also want to, you know, feel like we are people that have rights, and we deserve to be given some time to think about it. So she tells me to go and mop the house, and then I'm like, literally I did not want to because I had just finished washing. I was tired. So I was like, but there are people who can actually do this work. And then I just go with a very sad face. I entered the bedroom where I used to sleep and started organizing my books. And reading, you know, when you're organizing books, you bump into some things, you start reading, you read the corrections of who is the president of Uganda, and you had answered cassava, and you know, things that make you happy. So it took time. Little did I know, my mother had come in, locked me in my room, mopped the rooms, the other rooms, the sitting room, everything, put everything in order, removed chairs, pulled them aside to the sides of the room, and created space to butter a child. And she opened, and I only noticed that it was the only open door, because the main door to enter the house was locked. The door to her room was locked. Every other door was locked. Mine was the open door, and I was caned, literally caned.
But it means she probably had an experience of you previously being a Kipchoge. The moment you know you're going to receive cane,
who doesn't run?
I never ran, my friend.
At which age don't you run?
I never ran. Let me tell you, even right now, I'm afraid of giving my childhood experience. My father might come for me.
Let me tell you one thing. My mother would actually run after us, because You know, it is not easy to be beaten, and you are beaten when you have senses. You obviously have to look for self-defense, but because you're too small, when my mother holds you like this, getting out of that hand, just one hand, it is too hard. It's a struggle. So by the time, if you have a chance, escape. But when you come back, be ready for double, because the anger will have fumigated to a certain level. But, well, she's still mom. We love her.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, there's that experience where you told me, I don't know what happened. You decided to spoil your shoes, or what was that?
Oh yes, there is a time you know, being barefoot right now probably is not something that is fancy, because everybody has shoes. Those days for us in my school where we were.
Let me ask you again. How old are you?
Pass. In my school where we were, there were children that were underprivileged, I would say probably. Probably the parents couldn't afford to buy them shoes. So they would come to school barefoot. And because you are a child, you're naive, you want to try some things. How come other people are coming to school barefoot and me, I cannot go to school barefoot? So we would keep on asking, and one day I decided, no, I'm not going to wear my shoes. I'm going to go barefoot to school. But what will be the reason of I'm barefoot? So I decided to cut my shoes. They were shoes. Those days they would buy for us shoes. They were called Skechers. Skechers would take 7 years. You would study in them from P1 to P7 without changing them. That is Skechers for you. They were that strong. So I got a razor blade and cut the beautiful shoes that my mother had bought us. And I went barefoot to school. She came following me. Assembly time. If there was a day I had ever been beaten in a congregation, that was the day. I don't know whether it's a congregation or audience or fans club, but it was the day I was beaten on assembly for going to school barefoot and for cutting shoes. Yeah. Yes, tell us that moment that was crazy with you and mom.
I've not had crazy moments with me and mom, but I must say I received canes from this woman.
Why? Is it because you were very msumbufu?
No, I think it is just because probably naturally all African children are supposed to receive canes.
No way. No way. You can be sure that there are some that have not received beatings from their mothers.
Those are of this generation.
No way.
Our generation.
How old are you? Skip.
You should not ask men about their age.
I thought that works for women.
At least you should not ask a person who is 10 years older than you.
Oh, really?
Yes. Coming back to my experience with mom. Now, being a child, you would want those moments when you can play when your mother is not seeing you. Now, my mother was a person who's working from home. Working from home has not started today for the corona babies. I grew up in a family where both parents were home 24/7. So any move you make, they can see you. And my mom was this type. If you go outside there playing with kids and probably you cause chaos, she will cane you. If something bad has happened to you, maybe a child was playing with you, then they knocked you off, you fell down, they will still cane you.
Teaching you to be responsible.
So my mother was the kind of person who was trying to tell you to avoid being in chaotic places. I don't know, something has happened on the road and you are found there. Where I grew up, we used to have some lawyer men. On Sunday they would pass by with what you call isikuti. I don't know. My wife, do you know what isikuti is?
No, I don't. What's that?
Those are Luya culture drums.
Oh.
When they beat them, my friend, even if you are sick, you will dance. Let my mother find you in in the parade of people following those people. You will not forget that experience. So, if you're seeing me being more of, an indoor person, I think
That is true.
that has come from that.
Yes, your best experience with mom. I know there are many, but just one.
When I'll give a few, and all this is about my mother growing up with me, even up to this very moment. When I started my first recital in the music school, my mother was very, 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 very helpful. Of course, it was a crazy idea. It is something which had not happened before, and she was there to encourage me, and she actually attended and helped me in a few chores here and there to make sure that everything was in place. You've seen her in our concerts. She's been there, very helpful. But the one which up to tomorrow I will never understand is the experience that I had during the period we were about to get married, me and my wife. My mother got involved. You'd think she's the bride.
Oh.
She was up and down, literally. I have not had a chance to tell her about this, but it really touched my heart in a special way that I may never be able to forget. I may not be able to put it very well in words for the people watching, but I really felt it. I really felt it. She was running literally up and down in almost all departments.
Yeah.
Trying to see that Decca is okay, trying to see that our visitors are well catered for. Hey, I just love you, Mom. I hope this gets to you the way I feel it in my heart. Yeah.
Wow. That was good. By the way, she was. He's not lying. Yes. Final message to Mom on this Mother's Day.
Growing up, I always wanted to in future have a wife who is at least, if not fully, half a replica of my mother, because there are very many good things that I have seen in this woman from when I was young up to today that are worth emulating. And I can't thank you enough for being part of my life. You don't choose to be a mother of someone, but it is not every mother that loves their child the way I've been loved. And I'm grateful. And if not for any other thing, for my sake, may God give you more years to live on this earth. And may you experience love that you deserve. And may many people feel the warmth and the beauty and the goodness that comes from you, like I have. I know there are people who have had a chance to to feel the motherly love from my mother, even if it's not their own mother. And sometimes I used to feel jealous, by the way.
Jealousy, you.
Yes, like now, since we got married, it's like I was forgotten.
God, no.
Every time we receive a phone call, it is, can I talk to my daughter? Yes, but from the deepest part of my heart, I want to say that I love you so very much, my love.
Yes. I know that came that way, but yeah, he knows.
Yes, I love you so very much, Mom. Forgive me, the person behind the camera is my love. Yes, I love you so very much, Mom, and yes, I wish to have you for longer years and even be with you in heaven.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen. That was a good one. Well done.
Can you give us your first experience, that first time when you met your mother-in-law?
Well, my very, very first.
Okay, as a prospective mother-in-law, not the time when...
Well,
but you can give us both experiences anyway.
The time that I met Mom first. The very first time that I met Mom. It was... She looked a strict person. She looked a strict mother. You looked so strict to me. And I was wondering, well, if things happen and God continues making the way for the both of us, how will I cope, you know? Because...
When is this you're talking about?
The very first time when she came to birth. On the look.
I want to take this moment to also appreciate my mother-in-law,
Okay.
Mrs. Bamutehi Florence. Hey, let me tell you, I used to fear this woman. I used to fear her.
Why? Tell me why. I'm curious. I want to know.
You know, what I have struggled with for the better part of my teenhood life was acceptance. Not from my parents, but from my peers and from people outside there. You know, that's the time you want to have a girlfriend. My friend, all the girls refused me, rejected me completely.
Wongo. Wongo, that's not true.
Now when I got to meet my love, or rather when I got to see her, you know, there's a way you see a person normally, and there's a way you see that person, eh? And you feel like she's the one. And that was about 20, I'm not very good with dates.
2013.
2013, yes. We met in 2009, but in 2013, that's when they call them butterflies. Yes, I started feeling butterflies for her. Yes, but I will not lie. For me, I used to sleep. I hear people saying I can't sleep when I don't see you. I could sleep. Yes, so that time, and this lady that I met, who is now my wife, is a strange one.
How strange.
When I showed my intentions of wanting her to be a part of my life, of course by that time I meant being a girlfriend. Let's laugh together, be around together, walk together. For her, she wanted something more serious. So you go there with all your English prepared very well, huh? And after you've posed the question, then I got in debate we used to call it a rebuttal. And I was asked, will you marry me, my friend? Yes.
That is in
2013.
Okay.
2013. And for your information, I was in high school. I was in A level. That was Form 5. So to cut the long story short, I'm going back to my mother-in-law. She accepted to be my girlfriend, but the condition was I have to be serious with this relationship. It's not all about just having fun and having the reputation that you have a girlfriend. So now, having been accepted by her, I didn't know, or I could not imagine what would be the reception on the part of her parents. And I had seen the mother before, but by that time there was nothing in between us, me and my wife. We had met in the year 2012.
Yes.
And that time it was during our dedication day for our Form 4 exams. And due to the fact that the brothers to my wife were my very good friends, we decided now that our parents have come, let us have lunch together as friends and their parents, not knowing that these parents would soon be in-laws, and you know.
Yeah.
But reflecting backwards on the woman I saw, hey, I was seeing trouble.
What did you see? What should that mean?
It should mean I saw a mother who is tough, and I thought probably she's even tougher than my mother. And as I've explained, my mother, the only thing which made her miss being an army lady probably was height.
So my mother was to be the commander of the army.
But
guys, my mother is tough, yes.
But to my surprise, I got accepted, and the rest is history. Right now, we are very good friends with my mother-in-law. We chat on phone regularly, and yes, I can't be more grateful. So I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day, my mother-in-law, and it is a blessing to have you as my mother. Now I have two mothers, and I pray that God blesses you with more years and good health and providence, of course.
Hi Mom, my mother-in-law. I am so humbled to be talking to you at this special moment on this special day of Mother's Day. I'm so grateful for the love and care that you've given unto me, for the little time that we've spent together so far. It is a blessing. I didn't expect so much love, but I have really experienced it, and I'm so grateful to God that you are my mother-in-law. Many of the girls do not have this chance to have people as good as you in their lives, but with you there is a special attachment, there is a special feeling, there is always a smile that you put on my face. Thank you for the special gift of my husband as well, and thank you for taking care of us in all ways. Your prayers, your wishes, your love, your extension of all the little and great things that you have done for us. We are so grateful. Thank you for loving us, and we love you so much. I love you, Mom.
I want to take this moment to appreciate my beautiful mother, Mrs. Rose Member. I think for the time I've lived here on earth, you're one of the people I've seen with the most kind of hearts and character that anyone would want to emulate. For those people who know me, anything that you see good in me, this woman is the one who is to be thanked for all those good attributes probably you see in me. I have learned a lot of things from my mother, and some of those are, or most of those are the ones which have propelled me up to who I am today. And I don't know what others have to say about their mothers, but I think mine is a special one.
True.
A mother who grows up with their child even when they are older. Like now, I can tell you my mother is still a very strong pillar in my life, and if not for any other reason, I think I am where I am today, and I am who I am because of the prayers of my mother. I'm not very good with words, but I want you, Mom, to know that I love you so very much, and nothing can come in between my love with you. And I appreciate you. I may not be very verbal about it, but when I sit down and reflect, you're one of the few true friends I have in my life. And just before I forget, I also want to wish my wife Happy Mother's Day. This was not part of the script, but yes,
Wow.
she's a mother to be, and we are grateful. We are now 21 weeks and 5 days pregnant, and hey, I can't wait. Keep your prayers, keep praying for us, I mean, so that we have a smooth journey, and I believe the Lord is with us. We can't wait to have our first trio, which you'll be enjoying very soon, God willing. And yes, I want to appreciate you, my dear wife. Happy Mother's Day. I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you too. This was a surprise. You will pay for this.
Yes.
Wow, that was a beautiful sample of what we go through, and yeah, it has been a beautiful day today as we tried to give out our hearts and pour out our feelings and our thanks to our parents. Thank you, all mothers that are out there, by the way. Thank you for being the mothers you are to your children. If you have not been watching the Collince and you have joined us now, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, share and like our channel. We do music as well, so those that have been keeping up with us in the music episodes, that we are now at episode 4, we thank you so much, and we appreciate the support that you're giving to us. Continue doing what you're doing, and we pray that God blesses you so much. For those that would wish to join the singing challenge, the Collince singing challenge, you are free to contact us on the WhatsApp number below here, and we will have you featured in our episodes. Thank you so much for blessing us with the support, and may God continue blessing you abundantly. Have a lovely day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yes. Bye.
All right.
You feel like eating them?
Kwanza venye nimesikia harufu.
Umeona tu venye utaweka ghee.
Ghee.
Sasa hiyo ndio kuharibu kabisa. We can harvest them and do a research to find out whether there are mushrooms that are edible.
Or toadstools.
Yeah.
Wacha tu kufe.
Unaona ni mushroom.
But the smell is for a mushroom.